What's good, y'all? Another Final Form talk, and today I can't help but think about the David Goggins quote. It's so easy to be great in this world because everyone is so weak. And one of the biggest things you need to do on your personal development journey is kill the inner bitch inside of you. Let's completely obliterate the inner bitch. Now, I have good news and I have bad news. Which one do you want first? I'll give you the bad news first. The bad news is life is a war against mediocrity. You ever see how easy it is to not work out, to not take new risks, or embrace growth in your own life, to push off things into the future that you know you should be doing now? I mean, these are all outcomes of listening to your inner bitch. And since life is a war against mediocrity, I mean, most people are average. It's easy to stay average, be average, and live an average lifestyle that's mediocre. You have to fight against the mediocrity every single day. Your inner bitch is always going to be there. It's always going to be there. The thing is, it quiets down when you're really living that life. It quiets down. But it gets louder the more you listen to it. The more you move off your path in life that you're meant to be on. It gets louder. Now, that's the bad news. You can take it how you want it. Life is a war every day. You're all in a war, in a battle, trying to get better every single day in every single way. But the good news is when you win the battles. The good news is when you truly understand that every day is a battle, and you actually embrace it, you can get ahead of people. And the gap between you and other people, I mean, it widens. It widens because think about how many people succumb to their inner bitch. Think about how many people listen to that voice in their head that tells them, hey, slow down, man. Who cares about working out, bro? Your body, you look decent. You look all right. And at least everywhere else in your life, you don't need to push yourself as hard anymore. Don't take that new job, bro. Your career path is fine. Just stay comfy. Just stay comfortable. Stay in that relationship. Don't have the hard talks. Be afraid of confrontation in your own life. Be afraid of evolution and growth. You know how many people listen to that voice? So if you can overcome it and you could embrace the hard version of yourself. You can embrace the conqueror spirit within inside of you. The gap between you and other people will be so wide, you won't even understand it. Now, I've seen this in my own life, in other people's lives too. The day you kill the inner bitch, it's not when you're ready. It's not when you're ready necessarily. It's when you're done. It's when you're done with the bullshit, You're sick and tired of being sick and tired. That inner bitch who tells you to keep wasting time with the different vices, the different environments you're staying in. That inner bitch who wants to, just one more time, man. Just do that thing one more time, bro. We'll quit next week. We'll restart next week. The inner bitch that tells you, hey, procrastination isn't bad. We'll get to that thing later. Your dreams can wait. It doesn't have to happen right now. It's perfectly fine. And the inner bitch, it justifies your shitty behavior too. Well, man, I'm trying and it's not that bad, and I'll start when I'm ready. Fuck that. There is no such thing as being ready. Being ready only happens after you take the actions, after you put in the work, after you're done with the bullshit in your own life. And this is what many people don't understand. They wait until they're ready. They're waiting. There's a quote. It goes, the man who waits with a full clip for the perfect shot ends up with a full mag. And that really stuck with me because you sit there, you're waiting for the perfect shot. Yet, procrastinating. I'll shoot later. I'll shoot in a little bit. It's not right yet. Analysis paralysis. I need more information. fear of the next, oh, what happens if I shoot it and I miss, and oh, this and that, and oh, it's got to be perfect. Perfectionism. You see where I'm going with this? You'll sit there waiting for the perfect shot, never take it. And meanwhile, the guy over here, he's just dumping a full mag. Trying this, trying that. There's no reason to listen to your inner bitch when you're on the move, when you're making shit happen, when you're dumping, spraying mags. Fear doesn't exist. That inner bitch, fuck the inner bitch. Let it rain, man. Many people are holding themselves back. They're living below their potential. And that's the biggest thing your inner bitch does for you. It makes you live below your potential, man. And this is the main reason why it's so easy to be great in this world, because people are so weak. People are so soft. And now we live in a society full of comfort, full of distractions, full of many things that makes people okay living below their potential. Okay not achieving their final form. Which, if you're an ambitious man like me, every day in every single way you're trying to get better and better. I mean, you want to have your physique right, or maybe you're at least trying to get your physique right. You're trying to have your health in order. You're trying to get your money right. You're trying many different things. And even if there's still a gap between where you are and your inner potential, closing the gap is simple, but it's not easy. It's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. But the question is, are you going to be done? Or are you going to be trying to change? Trying to overcome your inner bitch? Trying to transcend your circumstances to live a better life that matches the vision you have in your head? Now, the best way to kill your inner bitch, one of the best ways, is simply by doing hard things every day. Doing hard shit every single day. I want you to pick one uncomfortable thing you do every single day. For me, it's early wake up time. 5 a.m., 6 a.m. I started this a year and a half ago. The early wake up times, they force you to what? Wake up, open your eyes, get out of bed. Now, we all know it's not that easy when it's early in the morning, especially when you do it consistent every single day, 7 days a week, and do not miss. Doing this one uncomfortable thing every single morning, waking up early, cold showers. I mean, heavy resistance training in the morning. Guys, and once you start stacking hard things and you embrace adversity in your life, this primes your mind to be okay with handling uncertainty, risk, uncomfortable emotions. You have no choice but to develop yourself mentally, physically too, as you engage in a workout program. You have no choice but to have the effects leak into the other areas of your life, because, hey, you can take that into your business. Okay, doing hard things is easy. If anything, I'm embracing doing hard things. I'm going to work in my business a little bit longer. I'm going to start waking up earlier. I'm going to start working later. The inner bitch inside of you doesn't think like that. It thinks, oh, let me sleep in for a little bit longer. You know, I'll do the business. I'll work in the business later. You know, my body isn't that bad. As you start embracing hard things, you become harder. You have no choice but to become harder. So start doing one hard thing every single day that forces yourself to embrace uncomfortable feelings, forces yourself to embrace adversity, become a stronger person. The second way to overcome your inner bitch is simply becoming non-negotiable. Hear that word, non-negotiable. The biggest reason people succumb to their weaknesses and they succumb to comfort in their own life and suffer a life full of mediocrity is because they negotiate with their own potential. That's what it is. When you tell yourself you're going to work in the business later, you're going to start waking up earlier but you sleep in. You tell yourself you're going to start getting in the gym. You know, you're going to start upgrading your body, your physique. Yet you fall off. You say you're going to start Monday, you fall off by Wednesday or Thursday. This is negotiating with your mindset, negotiating with your own thoughts, negotiating with that old identity, because this is what the inner bitch is. It's your lower identity, which is the old version of yourself you have to overcome. The lower version of yourself succumbs to the bad habits, doesn't care about upgrading himself. The lower version of yourself self-sabotages, stays stuck in loops. But you know, inherently, every man knows what his highest version of himself is doing, what habits his highest version has, where he puts his focus at, what he does do and what he doesn't do. And the highest version of yourself definitely doesn't negotiate with greatness. Do you hear me? Negotiating with greatness is the biggest thing men fall off with. The biggest thing that many men get sidetracked with. When you negotiate with that inner bitch inside of you, it keeps you weak. It keeps you stuck. It keeps you not giving 100%. You know? Negotiating with your mindset, the biggest thing is it teaches you your word doesn't mean shit. You can't trust yourself, and you really don't believe in your own potential. And the only way to seriously overcome that is by keeping the promises you make to yourself. Keeping the promises and the word you make yourself. Your word is bond in this world. Every time you say you're going to wake up early. Every time you say you're going to start training hard, start training hard as fuck. Go 110%. Go 6 times a week in the gym instead of 4 or 5 times. You know? Start working on that business. Hey, 30 minutes this morning I'm setting aside to put into me. You know, hey, it doesn't matter what you're doing during the day. If you have a 9 to 5, you're 5 to 9, man. Hey, I'm setting aside an hour, 2 hours after work. I have to get out of this job, man. Even if you're tired in the morning, I need to go to the gym. It's early. There's no negotiating. And when you become a man who doesn't negotiate with his potential, your life starts reflecting the inner potential you have inside of you, because there's no negotiation. If life doesn't show you what you want, you're not accepting it. And you're working hard until life reflects the inner potential inside of you. The last way to overcome that inner bitch inside of you is simply relentless action every single day, congruent action with who you want to be. Because the version of yourself who negotiates with his inner bitch, who lives below his potential, his life isn't congruent with that future version of yourself that you want to be. Do you hear me? Because the future version of yourself easily can do uncomfortable, hard things every single day. He faces adversity because his life has bigger problems. His life has bigger goals, bigger mission, a bigger purpose. But he's always able to overcome these things. And he's always able to have his life reflect his inner potential because he doesn't negotiate with himself. And when you're consistently doing hard things every single day, you stop negotiating with yourself. You keep the promises you make to yourself. And you have congruent action aligned with who you want to be. This will do wonders for your life. Because in the past, I would sit there, I would cope. You know, I would negotiate while keeping the comforts in my life. And, you know, I'd be afraid to get rid of the things that I knew were holding me back. You know, I'd break my word. I'm going to start, then I stop. I'm going to start, I'm going to stop. Oh, yeah, next week. Next week never comes. Stay stuck. And I realized, hey, it wasn't until I got honest, I took accountability, I said, my daily process isn't aligned with the lifestyle I want. You know, I'm not investing enough into my mind, my body, my bank. My mindset is off. My mental processes, the way I'm thinking, the beliefs I have. My mental model of the world is off. The paradigm I have. My subconscious programming is off. You know? I looked in the mirror, I said, my body doesn't match my ambition. That's literally how I was feeling 2 years ago. Man, you know, I'm so much better than this. You know, I used to be someone who, I would look in the mirror back then, I would say, hey, I used to be someone who was driven, who wanted to be as strong as possible, look as best as possible. What happened? And I knew what happened. I started negotiating with myself, getting addicted to comfort, started living with the, well, who cares, man? It's not that bad mindset. But it wasn't until I demanded excellence of myself in every area. I started embracing uncertainty, embracing the hard things in my life. I knew it wouldn't be easy making more money, completely upgrading my life in every single pillar. Because even the first steps aren't easy. It's not easy admitting you're not where you want to be in life. It's not easy admitting what you need to give up. It's not easy being done with where you're at in life. It's not, but this is why I keep saying, embracing the hard things makes it easier. Makes your life easier. Becoming non-negotiable, not looking back to your old self, your old life, and keeping that tunnel vision. Keeping that tunnel vision every day, being in congruent action with who you want to be. Your morning process, the way you start the day, is setting the tone for the rest of your day. You know, the way you treat yourself during the day, the way you talk to yourself, the things you engage in, the behaviors you have, the habits you have. I mean, all these things play a part throughout your whole entire day. And when your life isn't in alignment with where you want to go, you're out of alignment, which means you're out of direction with where you want to go. It's kind of like shooting an arrow at a bullseye. The bullseye's over here, you're shooting over here because your eyesight's off. But once you put on some glasses, hey, you're back, aim, fire right at the target. And then you can start taking shots every single day, 100%. You know your actions, habits, and behaviors are aligned with where you want to go. You have self-belief. You're doing the hard things so life can't knock you down. You're a hard motherfucker. You're non-negotiable. Your potential, your inner potential and your reality are closing now. The gap between them both are closing now. You're becoming the person you always wanted to be. And you're having congruent action with who you want to be. This is how you overcome that inner bitch inside of you. The inner bitch, it wants you to stay comfortable, to stay weak. Because it's easy to stay comfortable and weak. It wants you to negotiate with your own potential, because negotiating with your potential means you don't have to hold yourself to a higher standard. It means you can sit there and you can pussyfoot around, push it off to next week, while feeling better about yourself because you're staying in your comfort zone. You hear me? Staying in that comfort zone. You know, your inner bitch, it wants you to do the easy things every single day. It wants you to do the path of least resistance, even though that may not be congruent with the version of yourself that you want to be. You know, it's easy for your brain to want comfort, to want certainty, to want you to not take risks, to want you to not embrace the uncomfortable emotions and decisions that comes with elevating yourself and reaching your final form. But your final form is waiting for you, the version of yourself that doesn't negotiate, that does the hard work, that is aligned with his highest self. He is here right now. And it doesn't start by being ready. It starts by taking action, being done with where you're at, being non-negotiable, embracing the hard things, and staying aligned. You got this, baby. Let's go!